We've probably heard the quote, "Jack of all trades, master of none," but maybe you haven't read the second part, which says, "Though oftentimes better than a master of one." You've probably scrolled through LinkedIn or heard from a friend that the market currently is pretty tough to get a job, especially for people in tech, and that includes UI UX designers. So as a UI UX designer or product designer, how can you stand out and actually get a role these days? Well, in this video, we're going to explore together the top 6 ways that you can stand out from the competition, helping you secure a job in 2024. So let's jump right in. Number 1, it's going to sound cliche, but embrace AI. AI is not going to completely replace a UI UX designer anytime soon.
Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
But you've probably heard this, the designers using AI will replace the designers who aren't using the AI. And here's why. When you use tools like ChatGPT to do your wireframe or user flow research, or come up with questions for you to ask on UX interviews, or even using tools like Reloom to help you generate a wireframe before you jump in and actually design one from scratch, that's what these tools are good for. And while there might be a lot popping up every day, as a designer, it's our job to stay in line with the top trends and use the top tools that are coming out to help us achieve our jobs faster. I've personally tried Reloom for generating a wireframe before actually jumping in and designing my own wireframes. You can actually take parts of it and build a website from it. So as a designer in 2024, I definitely encourage you to at least experiment with some of these tools and see what you like, what you don't like, and try to adopt it into your workflow if you can. Which brings me to number 2, updating your portfolio.
No! God, please, no! No!
Yes, I know there's tons of projects that probably still need to get added in there. I'm probably guilty of it myself, but make your portfolio cleaner, make it more to the point. And here's one thing that I think not many designers are doing. Show your business or impact within the company beyond just the actual design and the case study, but how did your design actually make a difference on the project that you were working on? This could include breaking down how people who are using your product ended up working or achieving their goals faster, helping the company generate more revenue, winning contracts based on prototypes that you've designed. As a hiring manager who's looking at your portfolio, they're not only looking for your work and what your design looks like, but they also want to see what impact did it make in the company. Did it actually help achieve anything, or was it just small styling changes that you were in charge of? So that really matters. Start adding some business impact or KPIs, which stands for key performance indicators, in your portfolios and case studies. Moving on to number 3, when you're putting together your portfolio, make sure that you have a wide variety of products. And I know that putting products under your belt is difficult, it's tough, it's not easy, but you need a wide variety of products under your belt, and not just, let's say, e-commerce app, unless you're only applying to e-commerce companies. Let's say I'm a product manager for a marketplace. If I'm reviewing your portfolio and I don't see a marketplace design that you've done versus maybe 10 other designers who've designed for marketplaces, well, chances are I'll probably take a look at them unless there's something really specific that I liked about your portfolio. So that's where having multiple different portfolio projects under your belt helps. Now, if you don't know where to get inspiration to add more projects to your portfolio, great way to help you not only improve your design skills, but also add more portfolio projects is by taking online courses. I do also have a mastering product design course where I help you design a complete mobile and web application. So feel free to check out the link below if you'd like to check that out. Number 4, become a generalist. Now, while this might not apply to all design roles, there are some design roles that are open to not just UI designers, not just UX designers, not just product designers, but someone who knows and is connected to the entire business. Now, what do I mean by that? We've probably heard the quote, "Jack of all trades, master of none," but maybe you haven't read the second part, which says, "Though oftentimes better than a master of one." So how does this apply to UI UX design? Well, as a designer, if you've been in touch with the marketing side of things, you know how to put together marketing designs. If you've been in touch with the business side of things, analytics, and keeping stakeholders aligned with their objectives and how design impacts business outcomes, maybe you know how to edit videos and you can actually help your team showcase the product in a different way. Maybe you also know how to code. Well, this really helps because you've done the development side of things. And so when you're putting together designs, you're making sure that you make it simpler and accessible for the developers who are going to work on it. Or maybe part of that you're going to achieve with a no-code solution. These are ways that you can stand out as a designer. There are tons of companies who are looking for someone like that who can do a bunch of those things, putting together maybe no-code solutions, being able to research them, being able to help with marketing design, aligning some of the business strategy with the product strategy. And again, I know not all roles are like that, but there are definitely roles out there where the company is looking for someone who does beyond just design. And if you're open to that, well, you definitely would stand out if you have more skills under your belt than purely UI UX design. Research. Can't stress this enough. If you're sending applications that are general to all the companies, I understand that. I've done that myself. Although there's one part that might make you stand out even more is to research the company ahead of time, know who you're dealing with. Doing extensive research on the company that you're applying for helps you stand out not only in the interview rounds, but even in the application stage or reaching out to that company. Even if you're doing freelance and you want to win a client, if you know the client well enough, you can actually speak to their goals as opposed to speaking to your experience. I'll give you an example of that. If you're opening your emails with, hey, I'm a designer with so and so much years of experience doing so and so, that's great, that's awesome. That says a lot about you, but there's another way you can approach it, which is you approach it from what the company's looking for. So if you start your email saying, hey company, I know you're looking for a designer to help you achieve 2 times the revenue this year by helping improve your freemium experience and therefore generating more leads and closing them. My name is so-and-so, and I've helped dozens of other companies do exactly that. You can imagine starting an email or even a message like that shows that you're not there just for your benefit of getting this job, but you're actually already thinking about how your job or the work that you'll do will impact that company. And last but not least, number 6, find a niche community, join, and get involved. Now, what does that mean? Well, there's tons of online design communities that you can join. I'll leave the link to 2 below that I personally am part of. These are great communities that you can be part of. They have Discords and Slack channels. Now, it's key to joining these platforms because there's oftentimes a page in those platforms that actually are asking or looking for designers or people to hire. Now, if you're on these platforms or if you're in these communities and you're maybe sharing messages and sharing comments, people will come across your content and what you're sharing and what you're replying to. And so you'll develop a familiar face. And if there are people in those channels posting jobs, you can right away DM them and develop more of a warm connection between the person who's posting that job and you, because not everyone's part of that community. Maybe only 1 out of 100 designers might be part of that community. And so this makes you stand out over them. So with that, I hope that you do find whether it's a role or new clients for your freelance design business. Now, if you're looking to master your Figma skills or push your product design game to the next level, I do have a complete 6-week hands-on cohort-based course. The next cohort will be opening in June. So if you do want to sign up, there's a waiting list down below in the comments that you can click and join. And I hope to see you in the next video.